Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Photo Finds. This installment is for January 28th, 2015. I'm your host, Nick Russo. Thank you so much for stopping by this week. We're going to go ahead and get started for this episode in the hub of the Magic Kingdom. On this day, they had some mini construction walls up around the planter areas of the hub. Now, I'm not sure if this is just their basic seasonal changes of the foliage that goes on in those planters, or if there's something bigger going on here that has to do with the entire hub expansion project. But if we take a look inside of those planters, it is not a very appealing sight. That's not something you always see when you're visiting the Magic Kingdom, just a whole bunch of dirt within those planters. But it has to be done at some time. Maybe they were just falling behind a little bit on their, regular changes, and this is something that goes on, and I'm just making a big deal of it, or there is something bigger going on here. That center planter in the middle there that contains the statue is also contained in some larger walls. Another shot of one of those planters, and the actual perimeters of those planters have come down as well, which does lead me to believe that something bigger is going on here, and obviously that would make sense since that entire hub expansion project is going on, as I said. All right, now speaking of the hub construction, let's take a look off to the sides. This is the area that we've been showing you because it's the area that is most visible over from the Tomorrowland Terrace. Today they had a blockade up around the actual Tomorrowland Terrace because there was an event going on over there, so this is the only shot I'm going to give you of this bridged area over here. A couple weeks ago we showed you some of those street lamps that were up. Those are new, and you could see those up at the top of this picture. But when I showed you those, the actual detailing work with the white bricks hadn't been put up quite yet, so that's the new addition to this photo. Now, over to Frontierland, taking a look at Splash Mountain. It is going through some seasonal refurbishment, and we knew that this was going to happen, but it's a little odd because I feel like they just ended seasonal refurbishment just a few months ago. So it's unfortunate that we are seeing a downtime in this again, but better now than in the middle of summer, I suppose, when we have 50 and 40 degree days. Found it a little bit odd though the drop of Splash Mountain is completely dry, this little turnaround or this little bank area on the other side of the bridge is still submerged, so maybe they're just testing this part of the ride right now. And they do have signage up as you make your way up to the attraction, but if the signage doesn't catch your attention, they do have cast members out there, and that's a very common thing to see at Disney and even Universal. If a ride is going to be down for an extended period of time, they do bring in cast members to pretty much stand out there the entire day, and that is literally their entire duty for their entire shift is to stay out there and tell guests repeatedly what's going on with the attraction, or just tell them that it's not operating today. Over to Peter Pan's Flight for a moment. We're actually not heading into the attraction or even into the queue, but the queue is what I want to bring to your attention. They're doing some beta testing on the interactive queue for Peter Pan's Flight. So they have some things like Tinkerbell flying around, also some interactive shadow capturing. I haven't seen it myself because we didn't head in, as I said before, but you're probably going to want to get over there to check it out if you haven't already and see it before everyone else does, because you may know already, but the wait times for Peter Pan's Flight are not short. This 70-minute wait time is nothing unusual, and once the word gets around that that fun interactive queue is there and present, I'm sure those wait times are going to stay or even shoot up significantly. There was some heavy lifting going on outside of Cinderella Castle today, and this crane has been there for quite some time, but it is still there behind some construction walls. And construction walls are also present over on Main Street, right in front of the Art of Disney store. Now, leaving Magic Kingdom, heading over to the Polynesian. This is the first time I've been here since they completed their refurbishment project. So if anyone has seen it already, then you have seen it already. But I have not, so I'm going to show it to you. The construction walls have come down and the area has opened up quite a bit. If you ever saw the original Polynesian lobby, it was more closed off. Well, not closed off, but it was just obstructed by the water feature that used to be here. Now there is a lot more seating, a lot more walking space. There's also this very cool chandelier. Disney's been doing a great job with chandeliers lately. Another one of my favorites you can find over in the Co-op Marketplace at Downtown Disney. But this one is awesome too. It has these kind of orbs covered in, I'd say, netting hanging from this bamboo grid, and I really like it. I don't know if Disney makes all of their chandeliers and their ceiling hangings, or they outsource it to a specific manufacturer. But either way, they're doing a great job with these chandeliers, and yeah, keep them coming, Disney. So just another opposite side aerial view of the lobby, and we'll head down just to get a quick look at some of the color palette that you'll now find around the lobby. They have changed a lot of the features like the furniture and the carpets. I like it. It's very open now. Now, why don't we head out to the outdoor section of the resort to get a look here at the volcano construction out by the marina. And then before we go, why not take a look at those over-the-water bungalows for the DVC that are coming along very nicely. In fact, these things should open up to guests any day. They look completed, and even the electrical is completed. You can't tell very well from this picture, but the lights out on the porch are on, and I imagine the plumbing and all that is working too. And there's a look at all of those bungalows with their mesh barricades up on the docks. Alright everyone, that's going to do it this week for Photo Finds for January 28th, 2015. Thank you so much for watching this week, and until next week, have fun guys. Bye.